Hey guys, how you doing today? Okay, I'm going to start doing our fairy girl. I want to kind of get her colored with some colored pencils and kind of get moving to her and move on to the next drawing that I had done and put up a giveaway that I'm going to have. So right now, like I talked about in my last video, I love Prismacolor colored pencils. Does that mean that you have to use them? No. Crayola color pencils are absolutely delicious. If you didn't see my last video, I'd advise you to go watch it. I don't want people to feel like I'm pushing Prismacolors on them. Because like I said, you can use any kind of color pencil that you like. Some people like different kinds. I love these. I can buy them. I have a big stash that I use, and I have, you know, doubles of colors that I use a lot. But they're fun to play with. But like I said, you can buy the Crayola. There's Reeves. I mean, there's like a million different color pencils out there. So whatever you can afford, if this is something you want to do, then that's what you use. I like these because they're easy. They're very waxy. They go on good for me with the fibro and RA in my hands. Sometimes holding a thinner paintbrush, you know, for these little areas like the face and the neck and all can be hard. Honestly, holding the colored pencils can be hard sometimes. And I actually am going to buy, I forget who mentioned it to me, go buy some of the grips that they sell for kids for school, you know, because school's starting, and get them for my pencils. And that's about it. So I'm going to start this isn't going to be a very forever long video. See, and this happens with the Prismas too. I don't know, there was a batch that must have really sucked. But when you sharpen them, sometimes the lead comes out, the little tip of the edge. And I usually try to light it. Now I did see, I can't recall, it might have been the Frugal Crafter again, who said that she put these in the microwave for, I think, 20 seconds at a time or something, and remelted all the wax inside so it stayed and they never broke again, because apparently that is something that happens with these Prismacolors. I don't understand why. I just try to go with the flow. I'm really not, you know, life gives me enough crap to deal with, so when it breaks, I just kind of try to do, you know, do what I can. To get it going. So I'm just going to take, this is just peach beige, and the colors might be weird. I have things moved around, but if you don't have peach beige, and I'm just telling you this is the Prismacolor, use a light brown or a brown. Use a pencil if that's what you have. It doesn't matter. If you want to paint this, paint it. It really doesn't matter. Now with the fairy, I'm going to go in, and you know that I erased my lines, which I always do that when I go into, you know, color or paint. So I'm going to go in with this darker color. I'm not going to worry too much about shading, because she is a fairy, and you know, it's kind of whatever way you want it to be. You can shade it a little bit if you want. You can give her rosy cheeks, or you can just kind of give her a one-tone face, if that makes sense. I'm going to try to move down a little bit more so you can kind of see a little bit better. So I just used the beige. Like I said, it's a light brown, and I'm just outlining that, her face, and I'm going to outline her neck. Memes, can you shut my door, honey? Please. Thank you. I meant to. I just realized it wasn't. Thanks, babe. Alright, so you see I'm just... So we got her neck, and we got her face traced down. I'm going to set that right there. Next, I'm going to take... see, there goes... Did you see that wax go across the room? This is light peach, and I have several of these. And what I do is when it pops out, like I said, I am going to try the microwave trick. But I just kind of put it in, and I try to find a good angle where I can still color and it's not going to come out. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to go around her eyes. And down her face. And you don't have to press really hard if you don't want. You know, if your hands are bad today, or, you know, you want it to be more of a, I want this to be more of a smooth look, but it's whatever way you want to do it. It's just fun. I love coloring. Like I said, I love crayons. I love everything. So I'm going to go in. Now I'm just going to very lightly, I'm going to go on the nose. Now, one thing I do. All right, that's funny only if I was a 10-year-old boy. Okay, one thing that I do is try to figure out what color eyes I'm going to do before I get to the hair. I usually do green eyes. My daughter has hazel eyes, so I usually do mostly that kind of color. Always have, but you don't have to. And I don't know what color I'll do with this. Okay. So you see we have everything kind of, and I'm going to lift it up so you can see. That's just how I colored her. Nothing, you know, we're not getting to anything big right now. So now I have cream, and these are my main colors. Again, I'm going to have a giveaway of basics. So you can do skin tone and all. And I'll see what I have to maybe throw in. I think I'll throw in an eye color. We'll see. But these are the basics for skin tones. And you can do it so many different ways. If you want to do her skin darker, you can just stick with the beige or brown or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do... I'm going to add this down here a little bit more for shadowing. What the heck was that? Oh my God. Fuzzy flew down on me and I about peed my pants. I don't know what's wrong with it. All right. It's been a rough week. Yesterday seemed like it was, how did I describe it? It seemed like yesterday was like a whole week of like crap in one day. It was just not a good day yesterday. All right. So we see, now we're kind of staying away from the eyes right now. I'm kind of going in, you know, we're going to kind of get the face so then we can see a little bit better. I really got to, okay, all right. I think that's, my camera's like saying, please quit bending me. All right, so now I'm going to take cream. It looks yellow, but it's not, it's cream. It's that I'm colorblind and I tell you guys all the time, my colors are off. I get my daughter in here, she fixes it all for me, and then I got to learn to quit looking at the computer to make sure I'm on. Like, you know, everything's like, so you guys can see it, because then when I see it, I'm like, that's not the right color. It's, for all y'all who have been here with me, y'all know. I'm a wacko. All right, so I'm going to take some of this cream, and I'm going to kind of just blend it in a little bit. Kind of her T-zone around her nose. And just kind of go over, not as dark as I do with that, but I'm going to kind of blend the brown or the beige that I used with some of this cream. And go down and add some yellow tones into her skin. And around her face, because it's just going to make it blended a little bit more. All right. Just gives her a nice little, oh, my eye's itching. Okay, now I'm going to take my favorite thing in the world. You can never have too many of the whites, because what the white does now is, we'll start with her neck. It's going to blend all this beautifully together. It's going to give it, like, lighten it a little bit, but you still have that little bit of shade, shading, you know, for like shadows and that type of thing. It doesn't matter if you want to go sideways. This is where you'll push a little bit harder than when you're drawing in, but you can see, and I'll do half the face and then show you the difference. I mean, it's like, they're like magical. Okay, so I'm going to do this side of the face over here with this and then leave this like this so you can see the difference. But I'm hoping that you can see the neck. Let me just bring it on up. Look how smooth the neck is. I don't even know how well you can see that. You can't. Oh, it's so smooth though. It's so smooth and nice. Okay. All right. I hate when the camera doesn't translate over, you know, how things look. But such is life. I hate a lot of things. Don't we all? All right. So I'm going to go over this, just this half of the face. So you can see how this kind of smooths out half of it. Over the eye, around the eye, everywhere we had color. I'm gonna hope that you guys can pick it up when I show you, because it's amazing and it's magical. And you go back, you can go back and forth. You're just kind of blending. This is almost, and you can buy blending, which I have a few blending color pencils that you can blend with. That, you know, are no color, they're more the wax, so you can blend. I use white. You don't have to. You can, if you have the blending tool, that's just as good. I like white because it blends it enough for me that I can see where I want to add more of the, and because it's so waxy, but where I want to add more color. So let me just try to get this going here and see if I can show you. I am going to blend her nose here, half of it, and see if it. Okay, let me see if you guys can see. I hope so, because it does look great the way it blends. Let me turn it this way, maybe. Maybe I should show you the picture instead of where I didn't do. Can you see how it blended? It blended. The light might be much. It's blended. It's completely blended on that side. The neck, you have some shadow. It's very smooth on here. I'm sure once I take a picture it'll be better, but you can definitely see over here where it's not blended, and then over here it is. And she got some pink in her cheeks, and we'll do some of that too. But what you're doing now is you're getting your basic, your base down. And this is great. This is great to do with whatever kind of color pencil you have, or if you have watercolor pencils or whatever. This is great to do if you're stuck in bed, if you're stuck on the couch. You know, you don't need much. You don't always have to use paint. You know, the same with watercolors. I mean, watercolors you can get in pencil form as well, and then get a paintbrush or your you know, your paintbrushes that you fill with water. You know, the aqua brushes or whatever they're called, and you know, you're good to go there. But these, I carry it around in a Ziploc bag because I'm so classy. Classy. All right. So that's kind of where I'm at with her face. And I'm happy with it. And I wish that you could totally see how smooth it came out. I can see because my color's off that on there it doesn't look as good. And I don't understand why. Let's see if you can see. No, that don't do nothing. I don't know. I gotta quit also moving my light. But anyway, I'll take a picture and I will put it up. So now we have her face, smooth as can be. Now, if you want to go in and you want her to be a little bit more peachy, you can definitely go in and, you know, kind of just add more color where you want it. You know, like under the eyes, in her little, under her nose. I would take more of the beige. I'm going to draw out her eyes like that. And then go like that, and then go like that, and just kind of trace, because I still have my lines there. Not going to worry about it too much. Give her a little bit more eyelid up here. Give her like that, and then I'm going to trace her nose. And give her shading right here. And if you want to add a little bit more, you know, shadows and all, completely fine. Now pick the color eye you want. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not, you know, I'm just, can you tell I use green a lot? It's a very, very small. I'm going to go in, I'm going to color her eye. See, very easy. Very, very easy. I hate that the color's not coming up, because it when you see it like from far away, like I'm here, that's how it looks like. But when I bring it up, it's like you can see all these different shades, and it's not showing like that. It's driving me crazy. All right. So for on top of her eye, this is help if I picked the right color up. This is called Bronze. And I'm just going to go in her eyelid area. And yes, it's a little dark, but I'm going to lighten it up. I really don't want to kind of outline her with any kind of marker or anything at this moment. So this is just to give that little line. And I'm going to kind of very lightly go in and just form her eye. And the same over here. And then I'm going to do a little bit more shadowing right here. There we go. And my black, which I don't use too much of. This is actually cool gray. I'm going to do her pupil. Okay, now I can see that I want my eyelid to get right down to where that pupil is. So I want to make sure that I got that. And a do. Okay, so can you see her coming to life? Now I'm going to take my cream color and I'm going to go over this part that I just put that brown for her eyelid. And I'm going to kind of blend it out a little bit to lighten that up a little bit, but still she has the shadow. And I'm probably even going to go over it with a little bit more white, because I will also work wonders, because I don't want it to be so dark. Our little odd little girl that I'm going to do, I'm going to make her dark and give her some funkiness. Now here's the deal. You don't want to do brown, right? Then pick a color that you have. Pick color are you? Violet. You want her to have some violet eye shadow, which would go good with the green. It would make it pop. Then go over it with violet. See what I'm saying? It's yours. And that makes it pop just as much. I mean, that's, you know, beautiful. And if you want it toned down just a little bit, again with the white or your blending pencil. Now I want to blend this up here off. Take out extra brown off. So I'm going to have to go back in there with some white and beige. But I'm just going to run this to smooth that out. And go down here a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of pink for her cheeks. Pink, pink, pink. I'm really not a pink girl. Okay, here we go. So just a little, I'm just going to go in here very lightly, color a ball. And you do these as dark as you want. I mean, it's yours. Some like to do those dark cheek kind of things. I just want the color in her cheeks. So it's color, if that makes sense. You know, and then I'm going to go over with my white and kind of blend that in. And you'll see. I had some purple in there. Should have wiped off. And you're going to notice when you use your white or your blender, it's going to take a lot of that. It's going to blend. Why is that coming off right there? It's going to blend a lot. So then you might want to go in with a little bit more. Because I can see right here I got it good. I'm just going to go in a little bit more, a little bit more. And then blend it in. And that's because she's a little fairy and, you know, just give her a little bit of color. And that's really all I'm going to do with those cheeks. And like I said, you can blend as much as you want. So you can make it definitely lighter or darker. I'm going to give a little bit of highlight here so it gives a little bit more, and a little bit more highlight up here. And then just kind of go like that. Now for her lips. What color do we want to do her lips? Well, we can do them. This is rose. So all I'm going to do is go in, trace my lips that I have here, and I'll color them in. And again, take my white. My white's, you know, then it's going to lighten it a little bit. Now, sometimes I like tracing the lips in a darker, like if I have a marker or paint or whatever. It all depends on what you want to do. I'm trying to be quick. So you guys aren't going to be here for 6 hours while I sit and play. Because I can sit here and play for 6 hours and do this whole fairy, which I wish I had the time to do today. Okay, so now we're lightening up those lips a little bit. And we're going to go in with the same color that we used on the lips, but we're going to kind of make those lips separate a little bit. And then I'm going to go in again with the brown or the beige, whichever one you want. And just kind of make that a little darker in there. Because, you know, when our lips are shut, Or maybe I'll use a little black. Just for a little shadow, just so. You guys can see it. And I'll just go over it again just to kind of soften that dark black, because it's really just the highlight, you know. And remember, you can definitely go back and highlight. Now, as you can see, we got our eyes done. You can definitely go in with your white again and go around in here and you know, whiten all that up, the eyes and the inside. I like to take a darker green, or I'll do this. I have a lighter green here. It's called chartreuse, and I'm just going to go over this, over the eyes, to give it a little bit more, you know, pow, I guess is the word. I don't know. That's not the word. Don't use pow. That ain't going to do nothing for you. Pow. So I'm just going to kind of go in. This color is Vert. Oh, no, I should read the English language. True green. I was going whatever word, whatever language that was. And I'm just going to go on the outside just to give it a little bit more outline. Okay. Oh, and I'm digging her. I'm going to do her hair, but I don't want to. Okay. So then, you know, we got the, I'm going to take the darker color, which was bronze. Now you can use brown. So I have brown. I have many browns. Browns is something I have a lot of. This is burnt ochre. Ochre? Yeah. So I'm going to take my burnt ochre and go in, and I'm going to do her eye brows. And I'm just going to kind of draw them in. Remember, this is your first, you know, one, or your second one. You know, you're just playing. This is called enjoyment. This isn't who has the best fairy in the world. It's, oh my God, I did it and I love it. Right? So now she has some eyes. Some eyes. And then we're going to go in, and my favorite part, which I hate, but I'm going to give her some eyelashes. And I'm just going to flick, flick, flick. And it'll probably ruin the whole thing, but I got to start doing some eyelashes. You know. Just giving her a little bit. I'm not good at eyelashes. It's no secret. But I'm trying to learn the same as with you guys. So, you know, what would I do if I, you know, I got to put the eyelashes in there. I can't say to you guys try and everything. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm just not going to do the eyelashes. And I'm just going to bring a little bit more of this down here. Is more of the shadowing. I take my white and just kind of give it a little run over so it smooths in with the rest. You know, and if you don't want to do, let's say you do the eyes and you don't like the eye lashes, so go back with your cream. We'll just highlight her underneath there. We'll highlight her here. Now I do have an eraser, but I'm not going to use it because if you guys are just starting out and getting, do you know what I mean, doing this, I don't want to have an eraser for my colored pencils, and then I got it in one of my Art Snacks box, but I don't want to use it and nobody, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to show you what I do. So what we're going to do is, and I'll leave her little eyelashes on the bottom because it don't bother me. I'm going to take now my white again. I just want to show you how easy it is to fix. We're just re-going over, right? And then we're going to take our purple, because that's what we use for our eyes, and we're going back over and getting those that deep eyeshadow in there. Now you could do cat eyes on her. You could do whatever you want. Oh, see, I broke my point. That's because I pushed so damn hard. Okay. That's enjoyable listening to me spit as I'm blowing, isn't it? Never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut. Okay, now you can do her eyebrows darker if you want. It doesn't matter. I just like going over just a little bit more shadows. All right, and then take your white pencil, just kind of blend that purple eyeshadow a little bit more. And if you think, you know, like you could see here, I did a little higher than I really wanted to. I'm just going to kind of go blend it down. I'm not worrying about it. It'll just look like it's, you know, going up there. I'm going to tell you the greatest thing. One of the greatest things I want you, or one of the easiest things I want you guys to do, and I used to be a makeup artist and hair artist and all that before I got pregnant. When you do faces and you go to color them, pretend like you're doing makeup. If you're looking at it and you're like, you know, I don't know what color to do. I don't know what this and that, or, you know, whatever. I'll just always think like, huh, if I was doing makeup, what color, you know, what color would I do? Like the green and the purple, or I have brown eyes. So, you know what I mean? Like there's certain colors that look better on me. And that's kind of where you go. So because these are hazel, I'm just putting a little bit of this brown in because it's not going to be as, but you know what I'm saying? So like try to look at it that way too. I know I have a metallic somewhere too, but I'm not going to use it. And I'm just going in and kind of like smudging it like we're, and if you don't want to use purple, use pink. Use whatever you want. Now, I know a lot of people get nervous and all that. Don't get nervous. Now, I'm going to just lightly, I'm using black, but I'm just going to lightly draw this underneath of her eye and then over her eye from where the pupil is, just to have it stand out more. And I'm going to do the same thing here. And then you can go back and play with your pupils a little bit if you want them. Sorry. I don't know why I'm like spitty. I'm spitty. Okay. And we kind of got our face done there. Now, you know, I would take more time than obviously I did because I would want it to look a little bit better. But like I said, you know where your T-zone is. You know, where you have your white, you can, you know, you make sure you hit your white in there. Now, we can go over this with paint if you want. I do that as well, but I don't think it's necessary. And you see what's on my pencil? I have color. So I'm going to kind of take it down here and clean that color off because when I blend, it's smearing in. And I'm just going to go like that. Again, I'm running it up here so she has highlights right under her brow. And that's kind of where we're at right there. And that's where we're going to end it right there. So, can you see? Now, I'm not really, like I said, a fan of the, you know, the really, really pink cheeks. I think that it's a preference. Some do them really, really dark. But in this case, because she's going to be a little fairy, I think that it works. So, oh, wrong way. So there we go. I got some, you know, I got to dust off and all that. Kind of got a little bit of, but that's our face so far. And like I said, you know, cleaning up and all that's nothing. I always like to put in the black. It's not going to work with your pencil. You probably want to use a marker or a gel pen to highlight the eyes, which we'll do when we're done. Next time we come, you know, I come back to this. We'll do her hair, which is going to be very easy. And, you know, see how far we get doing her dress and her wings and have fun. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this part of, you know, coloring it with the colored pencils. Oh my God, my animals. I love using these Prismacolors. I love it, love it, love it. Gives you a great look. And like I said, I'm going to be having a giveaway of the basic colors on, like I said, how to do, you can do like 5, I mean, you can do so many different skin tone colors with the colors that I used today, and which I'll be giving away as well. So make sure you look for that video. That'll be coming up within the next couple of days of the giveaway. And if y'all do this, let me know. Let me know what you think. I am so blessed. Thank you so much for watching. If you found me on YouTube, please sub. I'd love to have you sub to me. And if you want to see anything, if you want me to show anything or, you know, demo anything or anything to that effect, just drop me a line and let me know. I have a great group on Facebook called All Things Creative. I'll put my link down below. You can friend me on Facebook and then just hit me up and say, can you add me to your group? And we have a lot of fun over there. So here we are. That's the start. And that's, like I said, that's about it. It's very simplistic. You can use any type of color pencil that you have. So I hope you guys do this and have a blast. And like I said, use crayons if that's all you have. And, you know, no, I'm looking at her and I can see like her eyebrows look a little too orangey brown for me. So I'm going to, when I come back, I'm not going to do it now, but I think I might make them a little bit browner. But see, that's, you know, the whole fun of playing around, isn't it? So that's why I always suggest if you draw something and you can scan it into your computer or into your printer. I have a 3-in-1 printer where I could, you know, run this through and it'll print out. Yes, it's inkjet, who cares? But you can sit and play and till you finally get to the color scheme or whatever you want. So as always, be kind to each other. You never know about somebody else is fighting. I'm very, very blessed to have you all sub to me and for all your beautiful, wonderful messages and comments and your likes. So if you like this video and want to see more like this, please give me a thumbs up, sub, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye, guys.